Question of the day is from Megan in Boulder, Colorado. Dave, I want to give my team better feedback, but every time I do, someone gets defensive. What's the best way to give honest feedback without triggering drama? Well, we don't do drama, so drama is a deal breaker. Well, I think you need to be real careful about how you're giving honest feedback and the setting in which you're giving the feedback. If you're giving negative feedback in front of other people, then you deserve the drama. You should never do that. If you're giving feedback, corrective feedback, with an inappropriate level of volume or laced with cuss words, then that's not negative feedback, that's cussing somebody. Don't do that. And you're going to get drama. But if you say, all right, every Thursday morning at 8, you and I are going to meet and see how you're doing and see how I can help you, and we're going to have a regular rhythm of an accountability meeting, and we're going to set the goals together, and we're going to work together to hit those goals, and I'm here to help you, and I'm also here to observe and let you know if you're not, if you're missing a guardrail here. And if based on that, very calmly and with a scheduled accountability meeting, that you sit down and you learn about their personal life, and you find out that their daughter is sick, or you find out that they've just had a new baby, or you find out these things, and you take all of that into consideration. You care and you love your people and you care about your people, and then you're sitting down and saying, hey, we're trying to hit this goal. This is the agreed goal, and you're not carrying your part of the weight. And then if they get defensive, probably not going to do that very often. I'm going to say, look, we're going to work on this. And so if you don't want to do this, then you may be opting out. And because we all here adhere to this guideline, and this is what we all do. And if you want to be a we, this is how you get to be here. But, occasionally we'll have somebody lose their mind and go into drama mode, but it's so rare because we don't tolerate it. So the leader is not in drama mode, and certainly not the person, but, so I don't know the extent of what you mean by drama, obviously, from an email coming in, but I guess I'm just one of the corrective measures is the drama. We're going to correct the drama. Look, the proper way to react to this is say, yes, I see it, be self-aware, understand what's going on, but you are dropping the ball on this. And if you can't see that, then we've got another problem. A, we have a dropped ball. B, we have a lack of self-awareness, even after I pointed it out. So this is a problem. Now, we're going to have to work on that, because we've got to get aligned on this, you and I, because we're going to work together and we're trying to win the Super Bowl. We got to put the ball in the end zone. And so we're push. And if you get pushback then you've just got an immature person and you've got a bad hire. And what that means is that they're going to have to work somewhere else. We're going to have to set you free in Jesus' name. And so, that's we just can't, I'm not going to sit with somebody 3 times and they're defensive on the same thing and still not hearing me. We're going to be talking about other things other than the thing they're defensive about, like their defensiveness or their drama. This is a new thing we have to work on now, because before we were just working on this other problem, but now that you got defensive and drama about it, now I got to work on the defensive and drama part. And so if we can't correct on that, then we're agreeing that we can't work together, and that means you leave because I own the place. So I'm not leaving, you are. And that's what's going through your head. We're not that smart aleck with them, okay? But, you just take that strong a stand with them, Megan. Very calm, very kind, very clear, but very strong. And a regular rhythm with an accountability meeting that's working towards a set goal, and one of those goals is to correct the issue on this. And so I'm going to give you a guess, the way you worded this, that I want to give my team better feedback, but every time I do, someone gets defensive. Okay, so this sounds like you. It doesn't sound like them. It sounds like your delivery might suck. So, you can give feedback, but you've got to do it in the context of we're all trying to win, and how can I help you get to the place I'm helping you feedback with? I'm going to serve you, walk with you, lift up your arms, make sure we get this done together. We're not doing it, but if you just walk past someone in the hall and tell them to do something, that's way different. And yeah, you're going to create problems with that, especially if you embarrass them in front of other people, within earshot of other people. And so, yeah. So since it isn't a singular person, it's every time I do someone, I kind of think this is on you. I'm going to let you spend some time in the mirror and think about how you're giving the feedback, when you're giving the feedback, what it sounds like. Reverse moccasins a minute, walk a mile in their shoes, and let you hear what you're saying back to yourself, and see if you can adjust the way you're delivering this. I'm very sarcastic and bombastic in my head, but I would never talk to someone directly, individually like that I'm trying to change. That's counterproductive. And so I'm going to be kind, I'm going to be clear, I'm going to be direct, I'm going to be strong, but I'm not sarcastic like I am here on the air, and I'm not going to bust up on somebody like that. We're not doing that. But in my head, I am. I'm going like, I own the place. You're confused, in my head. But I wouldn't say that to somebody. So you kind of got to think that through, Megan. Is the inner monologue leaking out? Maybe is that what's going on? I'm not sure what it is, but yeah, the wording of your email might be a clue.